Kesari's invaluable treasure. Kesari was a humble water carrier who lived in the city of Varanasi. He was a thin man with strong muscles that could easily carry the weight of 2 pots of water from the river bank to the city. He had a simple job, but he did it with complete determination. Despite working hard, he barely made enough money to feed himself twice a day. However, he knew that one day his hard work would pay off. And it did. A few days later, he made some extra money. He was extremely happy. 1 paisa. My hard work has finally paid off, said Kesari to himself. But this new-found wealth posed a problem. Now, where can I hide this treasure? He thought. As he was trying to find an answer, he was walking past King Udaya's palace. King Udaya's palace had a wall so high that no enemy could pass it. Kesari, having some knowledge of architecture, knew that even the best of structures have weaknesses. He began gently tapping on the palace wall until, aha, he said to himself, this brick is loose. I can hide my coin behind this brick. I'll come back for it when the time is right. And so Kesari pulled out the brick, placed his treasure inside, and put the brick back in its original place. He noted the position of the brick. My coin is safe under the first brick, to the left of the northern gate, which is the 10th one from the ground. I am a rich man today. He gleefully went back to his hut. Kesari worked hard. Every time he would pass the northern gate of the king's palace, he would look at his treasure and smile, knowing that it was safe there. However, his luck was never good enough for him to even earn even an extra paise after that. But that did not bother him. The years passed on and Kesari got married to a beautiful water carrier. They built a hut near the southern gate of the city and lived happily. One day, Kesari's wife wanted to visit the fair in town. However, the couple did not have any extra money to spare. Just then, Kesari said, hold on, I have 1 paise hidden in a safe place. Let me get that and then we can go and enjoy the fair. Kesari's wife jumped in glee. She was extremely delighted. Kesari then sped to retrieve his treasure. That day the sun was blazing hot. There was no one to be seen on the streets. Only a hasty Kesari could be seen jolting towards the northern gate of the palace. King Udaya was resting in his balcony when he saw Kesari run. He thought to himself, this has to be one of the hottest days of the year, and yet this man is running so happily. What secrets does he hold? Curious about Kesari's intentions, King Udaya immediately asked for him and had 2 of his palace guards chase him. The guards were quick to catch hold of him, but Kesari was obviously in a hurry. He demanded to be let off that very instant, but the guards refused and dragged him to the court. Soon Kesari was presented to the king, who asked him several questions. The earth is scorching hot right now, and yet you run as if it's nothing. Don't your feet burn? My desire burns me and not the heat. And what would your desire be? My desire is to make my wife happy, which will happen once I retrieve my treasure hidden in the northern brick wall of the palace. King Udaya was pleased with Kesari's determination, but he was also curious about the treasure. How much gold could a man be hoarding for him to risk exposing himself to such a dire climate? Tell me, said the king, how much money do you have down there? 100 gold coins? 1,000? 10,000? A lakh? As the king increased the amount, Kesari just shook his head, dismissing every guess. Finally, King Udaya gave up and asked him to reveal the amount. Kesari responded, 1 paisa. Your Majesty. The entire court burst into laughter. The king was quite amused to hear this. He immediately gave Kesari 1 paisa and asked him to go home. Kesari gratefully accepted the coin and said, "Thank you so much, Your Majesty, but I will go and get the other coin too." King Uday didn't want the poor man to run all the way to the northern gate, so he offered him more money. 100 paisas, 1000 paisas, 10,000 paisas. The king kept raising his offer, but humble Kesari was stubborn. Desperate to save Kesari from his misery, the king yelled, "I will give half of my kingdom as long as you drop the idea of running for that 1 paisa." There was complete silence in the courtroom. Kesari thought for a moment and agreed without any hesitation. Now, a proud owner of half the kingdom, Kesari was asked an important question by the king. "Which half of the kingdom do you want?" Kesari thought for a moment and said, "The northern half."